All right. So this is Rhonda. I'm Rhonda Green, that green woman, and I have Max Green, my husband, God bless him, here to talk about Salem's board appointments to the Salem Planning Commission. Okay, and one of the things that has come up lately is that they're going to pass some ordinances, or trying to, that concern, paint chipping and stump height. A lot of different things that have been warning signs in other communities, like Charleston.
Yeah,
am I right?
Yeah, the Pleasure Ridge Park neighborhood that it can be abused really badly, and the court finally stopped them. But I mean, there's a lot of people lost their homes in the meantime because they was charging $50 a day for chip paint, and $50 a day for a chair in your window screen, and $50 a day for a tree limb in your backyard.
Right.
And that adds up, and by the time they say, well, we'll forget it if you'll sell your property to this one individual. And when signs are $8,000 and they're offering you $10,000 for your house to get out, or next tomorrow it'll be $10,000, $1,100 in
right
in fines. It's just.
But anyway, that's excuse me. That's a warning sign.
But,
and it seems like Salem is showing that kind of warning sign.
Well, and we're not in Salem, so it doesn't really affect us. But I mean, people, asking what can be done, what can we look at, and a big thing, they can do pretty much whatever they want, so long as they do it legal and above board.
That's right.
And right now, what we've been looking to is the county's zoning board, and it appears that it's not their members don't meet their requirements by the state of Indiana.
Right.
And I'm supposed to talk to the commissioners on Tuesday, if they let me speak. But I talked to the planning and zoning board about it. I brought my concerns up that their membership doesn't meet according to the state's requirements. And anyway, as far as what we was looking at here with Salem's Planning Commission.
Let me put that up because you can't see that. Okay, so since we were out and about, we went ahead and started looking at the Salem Planning Commission. Okay, so now.
Well, this is the county's auditor's office. Is where you got this.
Right.
The city may have a different list, but this is the one that the county's auditor's office give us.
Right.
When you asked for that about a month ago or so.
Yeah.
So.
Well, and once again, we are not lawyers. What we're trying to do is to go ahead and see if it's a legal board. I mean, and be able to ask the right questions.
Well, and that's the thing. Just what questions did you ask? And you look at this and you say, wait a minute. The first two, they're actually appointees from the county commissioners, but their expiration dates are already outdated.
Right.
Were they actually current members when they voted on any of this? And that's a question you need to have concerns over. And did they meet the requirements of their residency requirements in their jurisdiction that they lived in?
Right.
That's a question.
Right. So, I couldn't find Leslie Gilstrap anywhere, and I was told she has another name, and the other name that I found, she didn't live within the city limits or even the 2-mile fringe.
According to the county's website that you looked in,
yes,
trying to trace it down.
Because
that's all. Where our hands are tied to what information we have from the county and the city and the state that we can look up to.
Right.
And
now,
then,
Trent Nichols.
Another thing, that's a these appointees have to be one from each political party.
Right. That's why they have the parentheses out by the side. And so Trent Nichols is supposed to be a Democrat, but the last primary that he voted in, he voted Republican. So technically, he is a Republican in the eyes of the state.
So that's just things to ask the questions. Was this board above board when they did this? Did they dot all their I's and cross all their T's? And now we look at the expiration dates on the city council appointees. If these are the county appointees to the planning commission, 2 of them should have been at 1 year for expiration date and 2 for the other, because the state has them supposed to be staggered.
Right.
And if that's what we're really supposed to be looking at there, if that's the citizen members appointed by the council, then you should be said 2 Republicans and 2 Democrats.
Right.
And we're not, that's a question there too. Again, And then and then there's supposed to be 3 other members, which is down at the bottom where it says mayor appointment. But that's there's supposed to be 3 more members that are actually office holders or employees, but I'm only seeing two names there. So that's a red flag there too, that you don't know what's going on with their membership. But when you ask the questions to ask are the members of the right political party? Especially after this last primary, a lot of Democrats switched over to Republicans, and these boards that are the state requires to be party sensitive, a lot of them's probably not above board anymore.
Right.
And that's a good question to ask. You need to ask, were they of the proper political party after the primary?
Right. We know for a fact that here on this board, the Property Tax Assessment Board of Appeals, Judy Chastain is no longer a Democrat. And so
that kind of stuff don't get updated, but that's the kind of stuff a lawyer look for if he plan on suing the city of Salem or the county.
Yeah.
The board members do not meet the proper criteria.
Right.
And there's a lot of them change parties and admit to it because they've been showing up at the Republican party meetings.
Right.
So I mean, it's kind of hard to say, well, I'm just kind of sneaking in behind the lines or whatever after you cross the line.
Right.
But anyway, for what we've been putting up here to look at is, this appears to not be a complete and above board list.
Right.
So if they're going to charge you $50 a day for having chip paint, shouldn't they have, at the very least, be required to show you the current board membership, the proper expiration dates, the proper political party that's been vetted after this last primary, and show you that these people were actually all proper and above board when the initial vote was taken, and were still proper and above board after the final vote was taken, and that what you're looking at is may be distasteful and something you don't like, but it was done above board.
Right.
And that's hard for them to do, and that's what my argument with this county is right now, and what I'll be talking to them on Tuesday if they allow me to speak, that what they quoted me at the last zoning board meeting, that law did not apply to the advisory zoning board that we're on.
Yeah.
So it's the book is hard to get through, and the state statutes are hard to get to, but they're there for a reason. And if they won't hold up, if they can't at least follow the bare minimum state standards, they have no place to be writing the ordinances that affect your property and can take your house away from you.
So, and we have a video on that in the same, that green woman. So if you want to look into that, that's open to you too. So,
but we're not lawyers. We're just trying layman, and this book is supposed to be a layman's guide to
hold it up.
To state law. Yeah, I'll go ahead
and there'll be a link over.
Oh.
There. Oh.
Up in front of my face.
Ta-da! Okay. Indiana planning and zoning laws annotated. So that you're good. Now.
And all the numbers that I try to quote out there are in the. You can see it on the state's website. The book's not outdated. It's actually supposed to be the latest edition.
Right.
I've got an earlier edition, but this is supposed to be the latest edition the state of Indiana has to offer. And if the laws have changed since then, what do you do about it?
Right. So this video is just to be able to let you ask questions and hopefully get some relevant answers. And so we're just going to leave it at that. And this is Max Green, and I'm Rhonda Green, that green woman.
Well, and good luck. But if they can't answer your questions, then they don't need to be doing things that are going to be harmful to you down the road.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much for listening.